Alright guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back to this daily cryptocurrency video. In today's video, we're going to be having a look specifically at Binance Coin, currently down in the past 30 days, guys, 43%. We got a market cap of $54 billion, 4.5% in the past 24 hours. It is up. And let's dive into the Bitcoin chart first. The reason why I want to dive into the Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, he is the leader, and of course, whatever, he's going to predict where this market is going. So, if we have a look at the Fibonacci extension, we had a nice little bounce off the 6.18 Fib retracement, which is the golden ratio. A lot of people say, or not a lot of people, but stats do say that when we come back and hit that peak, we usually have a nice little bounce and go back up. And this is exactly what we're seeing. We had that nice little peak, and now we're essentially just consolidating and wandering around the 0.5 level, which is right here, as you guys can see. And this is a 6.18, the one that we had just a rebound off. So let's take that away, guys, just for a second. Let's have a look at the moving averages on the daily time frame and the exponential moving average. So these are the exponential moving average, nothing too crazy. We had a nice little rejection right here approximately, and now we're essentially coming back. We're going to try to retest that. I hope that we have a nice little breakout, or at least try to break through these EMA ribbons, which would be 47,000. If that happens, I would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Going on into the moving averages, nothing too crazy. On the daily time frame on Bitcoin, we are actually still below here. Let me take that away real quick. We are actually still below the 200 moving average, which is a very, very critical zone and critical line, as you guys can see right here. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4 rejections. We're coming back. We're essentially going to come back and retest that zone. I believe we're probably going to come back and retest it by June 2nd, which is 2 days from now. It would be about Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're probably going to try and retest that thing, that 200 moving average. If we manage to break above that, that's going to be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. As you guys can see right here, the 50 EMA is also coming down strong. If we have a nice little crossover like that, that would be a death cross, which is very, very, very bearish, guys. We essentially haven't seen a death cross in a while, but we still have some time essentially to see that death cross. I believe the last death cross we saw was right here. As you guys can see, we entered a 2-year bear market in 2018. So that being said, it's going to be very interesting to see in the next few weeks where this is going. I'm hoping for a nice little curve to save the bull market like that, and hopefully we could continue this market. That being said, let's move into the 4-hour time frame, to the shorter time frame, see what we can do. On the 4-hour time frame, we are still below the 50 moving average right here. So this is also on the shorter time frame a critical zone and critical level. If we manage to break this 50 EMA right here, that's going to be good. And if we have a nice little breakout and break this resistance right here, so we have a nice little break to 42,000, that would be very, very bullish. So in my opinion, Bitcoin would have to close over here to essentially close that gap. And that's essentially it. Going on into the lower time frame, let's have a look at the 1-hour time frame. We are actually trying to break above the 200 moving average right here. We are trying to make a nice little break. We had 2 peaks right here, which resulted in a double top and came back down. As you guys can see, this was a double top. We came back down. So in my opinion, once again, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens over here. Let's have a look at the exponential moving average. We are actually well above it, but we are in the shorter time frame, so they don't matter as much. What can we do over here? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and see what we can do on the shorter time frame. Nothing too crazy. We had a nice little breakout right here from this resistance. In my opinion, we're probably going to come back and retest the 36.5 level before seeing another bounce up, or essentially just coming back down. We also have this nice little W pattern right here, as you guys can see, on the 1-hour time frame. So in my opinion, this is a breakout of the W, and of course, when we break out of a W pattern or any sort of pattern, we're usually going to come back and retest this resistance, or the support, sorry, before bouncing up. Anyways, moving on into BNB. Enough with that. Guys, my prediction for BNB is massive. First of all, we are seeing a W pattern right here on the 1-hour time frame because, of course, it's Bitcoin and, they're all following each other. We had a nice little breakout right here. This was a neckline, essentially, or you could draw it like that, whatever you guys want to do. Pretty nice, pretty bullish in my opinion. We're probably going to try and retest the $384 level. If you guys saw my video on BNB, I did mention that, I believe 2 weeks ago, I said that we might come back down to $300. And yes, Bitcoin dumping just accelerated everything, but in my opinion, we would have seen that either way. Let's have a look from the all-time high, how much we're down from Bitcoin. Guys, BNB, we're currently down at the moment 50% of 50 whipping percent on BNB. Moving on to the 4-hour time frame, let's have a look at the exponential moving average. So first of all, we are making a nice little break right now off the EMA ribbon, which is pretty, I don't want to say bullish yet, but we are entering bull territories, I guess you would say. We saw a few rejections right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now this is essentially the last one right here. So if I zoom in closely, we actually got rejected by that last moving average right here, or the exponential moving average, which was the 50 EMA. So in my opinion, we're going to have to break that clean and clear in order for us to go back up. EMA ribbons on the daily time frame, nothing too crazy, but if we have a look at the daily time frame and have a look at the moving average, we came back down, kissed exactly the 200 moving average right here, which was the $200, $213 level to be exact, and got rejected exactly at that level. Ever since, we haven't been really below that area. We haven't been below the 256. Came back up, got rejected by this resistance right here. If we zoom out, we had some resistance right here. So we had nice 2-3 nice little rejections right here. So in my opinion, we're probably going to come back up, retest that area. So, you know, you could essentially take a long from here. That would be a 10% long. If you're using leverage, that would be a nice gain. But it's really going to depend on Bitcoin at the end of the day and what it does. But that rejection is very, very big, not only for Bitcoin, but for altcoin. As an altcoin, we're seeing a lot of altcoins, holding their line essentially. I know they dumped a lot, but it's very, very important, because if BNB would have broken that line, we probably would have came back down to essentially this level, which is the 121, which is a massive, massive level in my opinion. Anyways, guys, nothing too crazy, nothing too much to see in this market today. If you guys like this video, of course, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.